in my opinion, do I think that you should move to Chicago this year in 2023? Today's video is basically, it's 2023, and if you are still thinking about moving to Chicago, one, why are you still thinking about it? Why haven't you done it? And two, this is like my honest, true opinion on if you should really move to Chicago in 2023. So I have my notes on my phone and I broke it down by a couple different points. First, I want to talk about the economy. Now, we all know that the economy right now is not the best. The housing market is insane. Groceries are insane. Eggs are insane. Everything is insane. So considering the economy right now, I still, personally, me, as somebody who is always looking to move, I still see Chicago as one of the most affordable big cities. If you're looking for a big city life, but you don't want the big city price, I still say Chicago is your thing. But considering the economy and the housing market, yeah. So that goes into like rent. I actually was at my laser appointment. My laser lady was telling me how she has 2 apartments that like are $1,000 each. And to me, I think that that's pretty affordable. But I know that for like some people, $1,000 is a lot. Back at home in Cincinnati, the apartment that I have, you can get that for like half the price that I'm paying now. But it's also like I'm paying for the city as well. A couple months ago when I was looking at apartments, I did see some like one apartment for $925. Then some apartments were like $1,400, $1,600. And then of course if you want to live in something more luxury with like a pool and like amenities, you're gonna be paying that up price. As far as rent, I definitely wouldn't say that the prices are the same from when I was looking, like when I got this place, but I think that prices are still fairly okay if you're making a decent salary. And speaking of salary, the job market, I know that in the beginning I had a lot of questions. Well, like in the beginning of me talking about like my life here in Chicago, a lot of people asked about the job market. I don't know if I could really speak to the Chicago job market because it was like I graduated college and the pandemic hit. And so I worked at like a Chicago based company for literally 2 weeks and then we all got sent home. And then after that, all of my jobs have been remote but not based in Chicago. So like I haven't really looked for jobs in Chicago other than like if I want to do like the florist job, part-time server job, or what other type of jobs? Like a retail job. I haven't really looked at those type of jobs since I graduated college, or unless it's just something that I want to do for extra money and extra time. So next I want to talk about transportation. As you guys know, I have had a car here and then I haven't had a car here, then I had a car, then I haven't had a car, and each time it's been an adjustment. Yes, like going from driving to like catching the bus is always an adjustment, but it's never like that drastic. Like Chicago has one of the best transit systems in the world, and I say one of the best, I didn't say the best, I said one of the best, because people like to New York this and London that and Europe this. All right, DC that, save it. You can always catch a bus or a train. From my experience in having a car, I racked up so many parking tickets. So like while it's convenient to have a car, yes, and it's like easy to get groceries and like go here, go there, because Ubers are expensive. Catching the bus, catching a train, you will be just as fine. So next I want to talk about social life. As someone who has been here for so long, you guys know my story, and if you don't, came here for college and then I just stayed. I've been here like roughly 9 years, and so I went from like having college friends to having post-college friends to those friends leaving and then like having to like figure out who my new friends are. So like I've been going through like a transition phase of like feeling like I'm the new person here, and it's been like weird but refreshing because it's like I'm able to get to experience the city in a different light. I had even spoke with someone who had lived here all their life, and I was like, you never thought about moving? And they were like, you know, I always wanted to move like to Europe or New York until I met like my partner that just showed me the city in a new light. And that's the place that I'm in. Like, I have friends who are just showing me different things, different neighborhoods, and it's been refreshing. It's like, okay, yes, this is like my college town, but it's also becoming the city that I'm in as an adult. I did make a video about making friends as an adult here in Chicago, and I think that I'm still on that journey. I've been making friends at work, or let me see, the most recent friend that I made. Oh, the most recent friend that I made was at a birthday party. I was just like, so like, what do you do? What do you do around the city? And she was just like, well, I just be at home. And I was like, well, we can go out. I know for someone that's more introverted, that is pretty hard to make friends. I would consider myself an introvert, and the way that I feel like I'm able to make friends is in smaller group settings. So say if it's like birthday party or like a small house party, I'm able to like find one person where we'll have like one-off conversations, and then I'll be like, okay, like let's hang out. Typically I would say I am the person that initiates things. Like if I do meet someone and I feel like we connect and we have a great vibe, I'll always be like, let's go out to eat, and then like from there we, you know, it's kind of like dating. Like, let's go out to eat, let's get to know each other more, figure out each other's hobbies, and then if we like each other, we continue to hang out, and if not, then we don't. So making friends is like dating. You got to put the effort in, both parties. So in addition to the social life, I would say that Chicago is like a transient city, and that goes back to the point of like people coming in and out. I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning I struggled with like all of my friends leaving, because I'm like, wait, y'all leaving? Like, y'all gone? Y'all leaving me? And now I'm just like at the point where all my friends are gone and they're on their own journeys and paths, but like now I have this group of friends that I just love, and it's like then they're gonna transition, then I'm gonna transition, and it's like it's a part of life. I think that the fact that Chicago is a really transient city makes it also cool, because you get to meet people from all over. Like, I've met people from literally all over the United States and all over the world. My next thing that I want to talk about is traveling. Chicago is an international hub. I still really love Chicago because I'm able to fly in and fly out. There's 2 airports, the Amtrak. Like, I recently took the Amtrak to Milwaukee to see my friend. I can't say this enough. Chicago is like the big city life, but affordable prices. You can live like a queen, like a king, and still not really break the bank. I mean, you can break the bank here if you choose to, but also there's an option not to. My last couple of things is the weather. I don't remember last winter, to be honest, but I know that this summer hasn't been that hot, but it's also like global warming. Needless to say, everyone knows how the weather is. We operate in a city of extremes, so it's either extremely cold or extremely hot. But this summer, it just really hasn't been that hot. I can't remember the winter being that cold. To me, the weather's fine. I feel like in the winter, if you have a job where you have to go into, that's where it kind of gets like, do I really want to live in this city and I have to transport to and from work? But like somebody like me who works from home, I'm like, okay, yeah, it could be cold, but like, where am I going? I'm not going nowhere. I work right here at my home. Last but not least, the crime. I'm not saying anything about the crime because, like I always say, crime is everywhere. I'm just not about to be one of those people that's going to highlight Chicago's crime, because that's what we have the news for. That's what we have anti-Chicago people for. So let them tell you about the news and how dangerous it is. That is all for this video. Short, sweet, and simple. So in my opinion, do I think that you should move to Chicago this year in 2023? I think it's up to you. I think it's up to you. I think it's up to your finances, your willingness to move, to take risks, put yourself out there. It's all up to you. I can definitely say that if you decide to do it, you won't regret it. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.
I'm justifying for you. I do that 3 times again. I testify for you. I told that like you, that bitch I do it. All of them around you scared to do. I'm not. Long as you talking now here for me, I got it. My bitch